5 things that I would never do on my resume as an ex-corporate recruiter. Number 5, I would never use an objective. We know what your objective is. It's to get a job. Number 4, I don't care how much experience you have, I would never have a resume that's over 2 pages. Number 3, I would never use the same words over and over again on my bullets. Like if you read down your resume and it says assisted, 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 it just looks lazy. Number 2, I would never save my resume as my resume. That's not going to help the person receiving it. Save it as your first and last name. And number 1, I would never write short bullets. And your template matters. Recruiters only take about 4 seconds to look at your resume. So make sure that the template looks great and that you have full and complete sentences as your resume bullets. And my last bonus tip, I would never ever pay anyone to write my resume for me. You can do this on your own. In fact, there are a bunch of free resources on my website, shiftprofile.com. 4 things not to do in your next job interview if you want to get the job. Number 4, do not tell them what you are currently making. Instead, say, what is this position paying? Number 3, do not go into the interview not wanting to rock the boat and you're just going to answer all of their questions. No. Instead, look at an interview like a two-way street, and you need to go in prepared with questions for them. Interview them as much as they're going to be interviewing you. 2, do not put your hands in your lap in a job interview. Instead, put your hands on the table. Do you see that slight shift, that little difference that makes? I go from not confident to very confident and prepared. Number 1, whatever you do, don't be too humble. Don't downplay your strengths. Instead, sell yourself. This is a job interview after all, and the only person that can sell you is you. So if you feel uncomfortable talking about your qualifications and why someone should hire you, you should practice. And a bonus tip, if you go into job interviews hoping and wanting them to give you the approval, I want you to practice a mindset shift. I want you to tell yourself, they would be lucky to have me. For more tips on how to interview better to discover your interview style, did you know that everyone interviews as either a charmer, challenger, examiner, or harmonizer? Get an Interviewology Profile, which is a 40-page customized workbook that walks you through everything that you need to practice ahead of your next job interview. 5 free apps that you should be using right now to interview better. You don't have to hire an expensive career coach to get better at interviewing. What you can do is you can just simply use the camera on your phone, open it up, and ask yourself some standard interview questions like, tell me about yourself. Why do you want to work here? What are your strengths and weaknesses? And record yourself and watch it back. You'll be amazed at the progress that you make by just practicing and watching yourself. I know the news is really depressing right now, but a great candidate is a well-informed candidate. So download some news apps or subscribe to a newsletter where you get the latest news so you can speak intelligently when you get into an interview. Like, are we really going into a recession? Or are there waves of trends happening in your industry that you need to know about? Do you dread those questions about your Excel skills in interviews? Then get on YouTube. You don't have to wait to get a job to finally learn pivot tables. There are tons of free classes and free resources. And if you start taking these classes now while you're looking for a job, you're going to feel more comfortable to answer some of those questions in the interview, like, tell me about your Excel skills. Like literally anything you want to learn about is on YouTube. Did you know that 80% of people get jobs through their network? So if you have time right now, you should be absolutely on LinkedIn, building your network and making connections with people that they suggest for you, or seeking out people in the industry where you want to get a job. And obviously, follow me on TikTok for more tips on how to interview better, and good luck in your upcoming job search. There are 4 things to never talk about in a job interview, and there are no exceptions to these rules. Hiring managers can't ask you certain questions, and these rules are meant to protect you from oversharing, because if you say any of these things, they will be biased against you. Remember, it is a job interview, not a date. Number 1, do not talk about religion. Your views on religion, how much you go to church, whether or not you're an atheist. Number 2, Politics. This is really hard in an election year, but do not talk about it in your job interview. You have a 50-50 shot of getting the answer right. Those are not good odds. Number 3, your health. The health of anyone in your family. Listen, we are going to be providing you health insurance. You should not be telling them that you have health problems. Don't bring up any of this in the interview process. If you need to disclose things, you do that after the offer. Number 4, without exception, this is very avoidable. I see people talking negatively about themselves in job interviews. They think that they're being funny or self-deprecating, or they're really uncomfortable talking about themselves, so they'll say something like, I don't know why I did that, I'm so stupid. Yeah, you are, because this is an opportunity for you to highlight the best version of yourself. You don't need to be giving me any reason to not hire you. Capiche? There are 5 questions to never ask in a job interview, and I'm going to give you 5 better ones to ask. Number 1, do not ask about this salary. What's the pay, PTO, benefits? A better question to ask is, how has the company recognized employees in the past? Number 2, do not ask any questions about what does this job entail? What do you guys do here? You should have done all of your research and you should know what the company does. Instead, say, I read the job description and I read over your company's website and I'm very intrigued. The mission and values statement says that you give back to the community. Can you tell me about some of the events where you do that? Number 3, do not ask, when am I going to get a promotion? Don't say that. Instead say, how does the organization define and measure success? Or what would my first 30, 60, 90 days look like here? It's a better way to say it. Number 4, do not ever say, are you going to check my references? Of course they're going to check your references. Instead, say, what are the next steps in the interview process? Number 5, do not ever say, are there any other jobs available? Instead say, what's your growth plan for 2024? Or what other departments are expanding? For more tips on how to interview better, follow me. Get an Interviewology profile to discover, are you a charmer, challenger, examiner, or harmonizer in interviews? And good luck. You asked for it. Here are 5 rules to break in an interview. Number 5, don't tell them what you're making. Instead, ask, what is this position paying? Number 4, shift your perspective from needing to get an offer for this to feel successful to you to instead you going in to interview them to figure out if it's going to be a good fit for you. Number 3, whatever you do, don't put your hands in your lap in an interview. Instead, put your hands on the table and take up a lot of space. You will look and feel more confident. Number 2, don't just answer their interview questions. Instead, go in prepared with questions that you want answered. An interview, after all, is a two-way street, and you